I have failed so many times. Rejections came one after the other, and each time I had a choice to make. Rather than let those failures define me, I chose to let them build me up. I was rejected from 30 jobs, including positions at KFC and even the police force. Yes, they even told me I wasn't fit to be a policeman. Every no I heard was an opportunity to learn. Failure has been one of my greatest teachers, giving me insight into who I am and the resilience I needed to succeed. Some might say, don't give up. But there's a difference when it comes from someone who's walked through the same fire. I often say to myself, if not now, when? If not me, who? There is no perfect time to start improving ourselves, and failure is part of that path. In the tough moments, I learned to grow and assess myself, not to seek validation from others, but to build the strength needed to keep going. Success begins with proving to yourself that you can rise above. Through these rejections, my perspective shifted. I realized failure is essential for personal growth. Every time I failed, I got up with more clarity and determination to reach my goals. This mindset, rooted in resilience and persistence, eventually led to the creation of Alibaba. Instead of letting obstacles discourage me, I viewed them as my greatest training grounds, preparing me to achieve what others saw as impossible. Accepting setbacks and missteps is key to building true resilience. Failure is a process of sharpening, molding us to withstand even greater challenges. Success isn't easy, but it becomes a reality when we understand that every obstacle is actually a step towards realizing what we truly want. When I started out, I had big dreams, but I also knew that success wouldn't come overnight. I always say, dream big, but start small. Grand visions mean nothing without consistent daily actions. The journey to success isn't a giant leap, but a series of small steps that compound over time. I began by setting small goals that would eventually lead to something greater, understanding that progress is gradual. For me, consistency is the secret. I wanted to help entrepreneurs, so I started by helping one small business at a time. Big dreams can only come alive through daily habits, and each habit became a small part of achieving my larger mission. I encourage everyone to transform their ambitions into actions they can practice every day, creating authentic results along the way. It's not always glamorous, but building the future you want is about embracing the small victories and learning moments that accumulate with time. I remind myself and my team that success is hidden in the daily grind, in the moments we stay focused even when results seem slow. Success is like planting a seed. We tend to it, we water it, and in time it grows. True change comes from weaving your dreams into your everyday life. Building a business, a life, or a legacy means making today count. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. Instead, we act now, knowing that even small steps bring us closer to our vision. I often say, today is hard, tomorrow will be worse, but the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. This captures the essence of my journey and the power of patience. The path to success is filled with difficult days that test every ounce of determination. Many people give up on the tomorrow, but it's those who endure that see the beautiful day after tomorrow. Perseverance is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. When times were tough, I chose not to retreat, but to push forward. Each difficult day was a step toward building my strength and sharpening my resolve. It's in the hard moments that true growth happens, shaping us into individuals who can handle the weight of our dreams. To reach our goals, we must be willing to go through the rough patches. Each struggle we face is like a trial that makes us stronger and more prepared for the future. When others would quit, I held on, knowing that success demands the price of continuous effort, and each setback was a lesson in disguise. Building a future worth having means embracing the difficulties as part of the process. It's not about taking the easy road. It's about growing from every challenge. Those beautiful days come, but only for those willing to endure and grow from the hard times. I was rejected by Harvard 10 times. While many would see this as a dead end, for me, it became a source of motivation. I knew I had to prove my own worth first. These rejections were not meant to stop me, but to ignite my ambition. Rather than waiting for validation, I focused on creating my own path, my own success. Rejections became reminders that external approval is not what defines our potential. When others say no, It's a chance to show that we can succeed without it. I learned to channel that frustration into energy for improvement, transforming it into a drive that would eventually fuel the growth of Alibaba. Instead of seeing rejection as defeat, I saw it as a lesson, a chance to strengthen my resolve and to refine my vision. I didn't need Harvard's approval to become successful. I needed to trust in my own ability to rise above. Each rejection turned into a powerful force that motivated me to push boundaries. True empowerment comes from building your path without relying on external validation. The more I was told no, the more determined I became. These setbacks were steps that ultimately paved the way for me to show the world what I was capable of. When people complain, that's where opportunity lies. This simple thought has shaped my entire approach to business. In the early days, people doubted e-commerce in China, but I saw it as an answer to the challenges small businesses faced. When others saw obstacles, I saw a chance to innovate and provide solutions. Innovation means transforming complaints into opportunities, listening to what people need, and building something that addresses those needs. Every frustration someone has is a chance for an entrepreneur to add value, to create something meaningful. When I saw people doubting, I chose to believe in the potential that others couldn't see. The secret to success in entrepreneurship is understanding that problems are doors to new ideas. Instead of avoiding the tough challenges, I leaned into them. The beauty of innovation is that it's born out of necessity, from solving real problems that matter. Each complaint was like a signal pointing me towards something that needed change. An entrepreneur's job is to see solutions where others see roadblocks. Through Alibaba, I set out to transform complaints into answers, to create value where others saw none. And that's where the real impact begins. If you want to catch the rabbit, don't change the rabbit, change yourself. This philosophy drives my commitment to self-improvement and adaptability. Humility is the foundation of true learning, and I've always believed that to succeed, you must stay curious, open to new ideas, and ready to adapt. Continuous learning has been central to everything I've done. I realized that if I wanted to keep growing, I needed to approach every situation with the willingness to learn. This hunger for growth allowed me to build a business that could evolve with changing times and challenges. The more I learned, the more I could adapt. Learning is a journey without a final destination. Being willing to fail and learn is crucial to becoming a better entrepreneur and person. It means not getting too comfortable, but constantly seeking ways to improve yourself. Embracing new skills, perspectives, and challenges has kept me grounded and prepared. True progress comes from staying humble, hungry, and willing to change. It's about embracing every experience as an opportunity for growth. The world changes quickly, and those who thrive are the ones willing to keep learning. Adversity is a test. It's like training, an intense, sometimes painful experience that makes you stronger. Every challenge I faced was an opportunity to build resilience, preparing me for the next big obstacle. In the early days of Alibaba, when resources were tight and doubts were high, each struggle taught me something new. Resilience doesn't just happen. It's built through experience and hardship. I learned that success demands you to endure, to withstand pressure and setbacks. My experiences were not easy, but they were necessary to grow, shaping me into the person I needed to be to lead my team. Each obstacle served as a lesson. Facing adversity with determination meant I could build something lasting, something meaningful. True resilience comes from accepting that there will be hard times and choosing to grow from them rather than be defeated by them. Resilience is the foundation of any success worth having. Through every trial, I knew I was being prepared for something greater. Each experience added to my strength, readying me for the journey ahead. Leadership for me isn't about titles. It's about actions. From the earliest days in a small apartment with the Alibaba team, I knew that true leadership meant being there alongside my team. I've always believed that a good leader should inspire others through their actions, showing the way, rather than just talking about it. I didn't start as a CEO. I started as a teacher, and that spirit guided my approach. My venture capitalist even suggested I step down as CEO, saying I didn't know how to be one. But I knew that my strength lay in teaching, guiding, and setting the example for others. Leading by example created a culture of resilience and unity. A leader's job is to inspire and build a strong team, especially when things get tough. I didn't expect my team to do anything I wasn't willing to do myself. Together, we faced challenges and grew stronger as a team, creating a bond that would support Alibaba's growth. Leadership isn't about giving orders. It's about inspiring through actions, being present, and lifting others up. This kind of leadership empowers people to grow and believe in a shared vision, creating a legacy that's bigger than any one individual. From the beginning, I envisioned Alibaba as a company with a mission, empowering small businesses and women to succeed. Having a purpose beyond profit was essential, especially on tough days. Knowing that we were building something meaningful kept me focused, even when the path was challenging. A clear purpose gives us the strength to overcome obstacles. It's a powerful source of motivation, one that transcends personal gain. For me, believing in Alibaba's mission created a sense of dedication that went beyond my own interests. I knew that we were building something that could positively impact countless lives. Purpose is the foundation of lasting success. When we work towards something bigger than ourselves, we find energy to persevere. Every obstacle we faced was a reminder of why we started and whom we were helping. This sense of mission fueled our efforts. Working toward a greater purpose brings fulfillment that money alone cannot provide. It drives us to keep pushing forward, even in difficult times. The impact we create goes beyond the individual, building a legacy that lasts. Criticism has been part of my journey, but I've learned to handle it with positivity and confidence. Throughout Alibaba's growth, I've been told that we wouldn't succeed, that our approach was misguided. Instead of letting it bring me down, I used each critique as an opportunity to grow stronger and refine our vision. Negative feedback can either discourage you or make you better. For me, it became a tool to strengthen Alibaba and myself. Facing criticism means acknowledging that not everyone will understand your vision, but choosing to stand firm in it regardless. The strength to handle negativity without letting it cloud your vision is vital. Building something meaningful requires handling opposition. I learned to value differing opinions as a source of growth, without letting them define our path. Criticism is like fuel. It can burn us out, or it can propel us forward. I chose the latter, using it as motivation. In the end, criticism is an invitation to prove what you're capable of. It's a reminder to stay confident in your purpose and to keep building, regardless of others' doubts. Confidence and resilience in the face of opposition are what turn dreams into reality.
In this inspiring talk, Jack Ma captivated audiences with a profound reflection on how he turned over 30 rejections into the cornerstone of his success. Each failure, from countless job refusals to being turned down by Harvard 10 times, became a powerful lesson in resilience. Jack's story isn't just about building Alibaba, it's about transforming adversity into opportunity, pursuing purpose beyond profits, and leading with integrity. As he shared his journey, he emphasized the importance of humility, daily perseverance, and self-belief in creating meaningful impact. Through his narrative, Jack revealed how dreams require small, consistent actions, and he urged listeners to confront criticism with confidence, adapt with humility, and seek continuous growth. For anyone facing challenges or setbacks, this talk delivered wisdom that transcends traditional success, showing how real achievement lies in embracing each obstacle as a step toward a greater purpose. Jack's insights are more than motivating. They serve as a powerful guide for anyone committed to personal and professional growth. Let Jack Ma's story remind us all, failure isn't the end, it's just the beginning of something remarkable. Failure. Many see this word as a setback, but for Jack Ma, it's the very foundation of success. He transformed each rejection into a learning opportunity, starting with his unsuccessful job applications, including his famous experience as the only applicant rejected by KFC. For him, these challenges weren't mere obstacles. They were lessons in disguise, shaping a resilient character. This perspective shifts failure from something to be avoided to something to be embraced. With this mindset, Jack Ma embraced the idea that mistakes are inevitable on the path to success and that each error has its own value. Rather than giving up after each no, He used these moments to refine his skills and gain clarity about his strengths. His approach is clear. Instead of fearing failure, it should be used as a stepping stone to reach something greater. He understood that every rejection reinforced his determination and expanded his vision. Instead of a reactive response, Jack chose a proactive attitude of learning from each negative experience. This cycle of resilience and learning shaped his future, laying the foundation for his success with Alibaba. Every failure became a vital lesson that brought him closer to his goal, and perhaps this is where the real story begins, where the ability to turn adversity into growth shows the true essence of entrepreneurship. After all, as Jack says, the true value lies not only in the destination, but in who you become along the way. Jack Ma always emphasizes that while dreaming big is essential, true success lies in small, consistent actions. He believes that every great achievement starts with a humble first step, and it's in the consistency of these actions that dreams turn into reality. This view reminds us that ambitious goals, no matter how distant they seem, are built with small, yet steady, daily steps. With this strategy, he teaches that success is a process, not an event. Through this approach, Jack encourages those who aim to accomplish something meaningful to establish daily habits aligned with their goals. He asserts that daily progress, however, accumulates over time and transforms dreams into tangible achievements. This practice defines true entrepreneurship, staying focused on actions even when results aren't immediately visible. Jack teaches that the true value lies in the journey, not just the destination. When we look at great accomplishments, we often forget the journey it took to get there. Jack reminds us, with his own trajectory, that success doesn't happen overnight, but rather through a series of disciplined small actions. He turns this idea into an invitation for each person to reflect. How can you begin implementing small, daily actions that lead to something bigger? Jack Ma has a famous saying, "Today is hard, tomorrow will be worse. But the day after tomorrow will be beautiful." This notion symbolizes his belief that success is a journey filled with ups and downs, where perseverance distinguishes achievers from quitters. He speaks clearly about how many give up on their dreams tomorrow, just one step before the glorious moment. Persisting, especially on the hardest days, is a test of strength that few are willing to face. For Jack, perseverance is more than a mere concept. It's a daily practice of overcoming. He explains that each challenge and frustration he faced brought him one step closer to his goals, constantly testing his patience and determination. This inspiring philosophy reminds us that although difficulties are part of the path, they make the victory even more meaningful. Staying firm despite setbacks is the secret that allows the majority to give up, while a few push forward. This perspective brings a deep reflection on the nature of success and the choices we make. When we face hardships, the choice between giving up or persevering defines who we are. Remembering Jack's words, we can ask ourselves, are we willing to weather the storms until that beautiful day? The answer to this question may be the turning point that takes us from an ordinary life to an extraordinary journey, full of purpose and achievement. Jack Ma faced a memorable milestone: 10 failed attempts to get into Harvard. Each rejection letter wasn't just a no on his path, it was also a push to prove his worth. For him, this experience was more than a setback. It was a turning point that reinforced his determination to create something of his own. Jack realized that to gain support and recognition, he first needed to show that he believed in his own potential. This philosophy translates into a self-sufficient attitude. Instead of waiting for others' approval, he advises that we each create our own path, proving the value of our ideas and beliefs. This refusal to rely on external validation gave Jack the strength to move forward, turning each rejection into fuel for his ambition. His example shows us that when we don't find the opportunities we desire, it's our duty to create them. Jack's lesson challenges conventional thinking about acceptance and success. He reminds us that the most meaningful path is the one built by our own steps, without waiting for others' hands. After all, the real value of a journey lies in the strength to overcome rejections and in the achievements that emerge from them. Are we ready to turn the no's we receive into a driving force for our growth? For Jack Ma, innovation begins where others only see problems. He states that when people complain, there's opportunity, a view that became a cornerstone of his career. At a time when few believed in the potential of e-commerce in China, he saw the situation as a unique chance to create value, turning complaints and obstacles into solutions. This ability to identify opportunities where others see limitations defines his entrepreneurial journey. This mindset isn't just theoretical, it's practical. Jack explains that while many focus on problems, the true entrepreneur finds an innovative path to solve them. This approach guided him in building Alibaba, which started small and is now one of the world's largest e-commerce groups. His ability to turn difficulties into revolutionary ideas shows that innovation doesn't arise in ideal environments, but rather in gaps that few dare to face. Jack's vision invites each of us to view the world around us with an explorer's eyes. When problems arise, he suggests that instead of complaining, we should ask how we can turn them into opportunities. Who knows what doors might open when we put aside complaints and embrace the chance to innovate? Jack Ma believes that success doesn't only depend on technical knowledge, but on the humility to admit that there's always more to learn. Inspired by the idea of staying foolish and hungry, he sees the pursuit of knowledge as a continuous and essential process for any entrepreneur. This motto not only fuels his curiosity, but keeps him open to new ideas, understanding that even mistakes can teach something valuable. For Jack, continuous learning is a way to strengthen resilience and prepare for future challenges. He explains that in a fast-changing world, those who remain open to learning are better equipped to handle uncertainties. With this, he promotes a culture of humility, where acknowledging one's own limitations is key to growth. For Jack, true wisdom comes from a constant willingness to absorb the new. This philosophy invites us to reflect: are we truly open to new lessons, or does pride limit our growth? Jack teaches that staying curious and ready to learn is what differentiates those who merely arrive from those who create a legacy. In a world of constant change, the humility to learn may just be a leader's greatest asset. For Jack Ma, tough times are not just obstacles, they are essential training to build resilience. He believes that, like an athlete strengthening muscles by facing resistance, the entrepreneur strengthens their spirit by dealing with adversity. This constant training prepared him to face major challenges and helped him develop a rare capacity for overcoming setbacks. With each difficulty, he improved his ability to resist and keep going. Jack teaches that, while many see challenges as a reason to give up, he sees them as opportunities to grow and adapt. He talks about how hardships served as a true test of perseverance, something he considers fundamental for success. This philosophy is a powerful reminder that emotional endurance is what separates those who reach the top from those left behind. When dealing with adversity, Jack suggests we view it as a valuable lesson. Instead of becoming discouraged, he invites us to reflect: are we ready to use life's blows as a push to grow? This question provokes thought on our ability to adapt and challenges us to build resilience that can sustain us on any journey. Now that you've heard Jack's incredible journey from rejection to achievement, it's time to put these lessons into action. What will you do differently when faced with setbacks? How can you embrace rejection and turn it into a stepping stone for personal growth? Remember, the power of perseverance and humility can transform your life, as it did for Jack. Think back on the points that resonated most, whether it was learning to lead by example, staying humble, or pushing through the hard days, and start implementing these ideas today. Let us know in the comments which part of Jack's story inspired you the most. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future insights that will guide your entrepreneurial journey. When you need a reminder, come back to this video and check out our next one: How the Top 1% Think, Strategies for Massive Success. Jack Ma's advice for even more motivation.